the frying pan on, so let that stay on for a little bit. Here we go again, take two. Hi, I'm Francine Lewis, best known as an impressionist comedian. You may remember me from Britain's Got Talent, where I did some of my famous impressions like Cheryl Cole. I'm totally excited to be here. And of course, never underestimate the pricey. But apart from doing impressions, I'm also an excellent cook, so I'm multi-talented. My heritage is Middle Eastern, so my family have a whole multitude of amazing Middle Eastern recipes. One of them I'm going to make for you today is called Middle Eastern chicken plaf and our red rice. It's an absolute winner for the whole family and they all love it. It's got all the amazing spices in it, like turmeric, cumin, all the spices that we should eat every day or most days because they are very, very healthy. And it's got vegetables in it as well. It's easy, quick, economical, and I hope you're gonna love it. So here are all my ingredients. So I've got some turmeric, I've got curry powder, I've got paprika, I've got some Malden's sea salt, I've got some oregano, and I've got some black pepper. In this dish here, I've got my cumin, I've got my ground coriander, then this is my lemon juice, and I've got about 3 cloves of garlic, which I'm gonna add in. All these spices are spices you generally have in your kitchen cupboard anyway, and they're all delicious and really healthy. Okay, so let's get marinating. We're gonna start off with all the spices in this dish here, which again is the turmeric, curry powder, paprika, salt, oregano, and black pepper. So I'm just gonna put the whole lot onto my chicken and I'm going to spread that right across. Then I'm going to add my cumin, and I love cumin, it's one of my favourite spices. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of it, just flake that all on. It's just got such an amazing flavour. And this is my ground coriander, again 2 teaspoons. I must admit, I do add these 2 spices to most of my dishes, and turmeric. Love turmeric because it prevents cancer and so many nasty things. A lot of people have it even in their tea, but I just like it in my food. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to put in is my garlic. So coat your chicken with all the garlic, and then I'm going to put in my lemon juice. There you go. So that's all in with all the spices. And now I'm just going to mix them all in and get them completely coated. We actually call this hummusing, when you hummus all the spices together. So getting it right into all the bottom of the chicken. I love thighs because I think they're so much more tasty than breasts. Breast is a very dry chicken, so I think anything you cook with and make, it's best to use bony chicken or things like thighs. Right, so now that's all been marinated, I'm going to put it in my fridge for about an hour. To be honest, it's best overnight, but I wanted to show you how to do it, so mine's just going to go for an hour, but it will still taste delicious, trust me. Do you know what? I'm the GC. 38 years old, this is my best dish, do you know what I mean? So, I'm going to cover it up, put it in the fridge. Right, so I'm going to use my Fry Light spray in my griddle pan. It does work nicer, the chicken in a griddle, but if you haven't got one, any pan will do. So I'm going to let that heat up. My chicken's been marinated for about an hour. And is looking and smelling pretty good. This is definitely one of the family favourites, and it's so simple, and as I say, it's absolutely economical as well, so it's a real winner. Okay, so let that heat up. Now my griddle is bubbling, it's definitely ready to go on. What's great about this chicken, you can even put it on your barbecue. It's just such a nice marinade. It is absolutely gorgeous and delicious. There we go, there's the chicken on. And then I'm just going to use all the stuff at the bottom to coat. And all you have to do is leave that for a good 20 minutes to half an hour, just turning it round. I really do wish you could smell this right now because it is sensational. It's just all the spices like the turmeric, the cumin, the curry powder. It just works so well. And you can put it with anything. If you want to put it with some chips, if you want to put it with some pilau rice, some white rice. But I promise you, this red rice works really well with it, and that's what we've always had. So I'm just going to let that sizzle for a little bit longer. Since Britain's Got Talent, I've had the most phenomenal time. It's been amazing. I've travelled around the country. I've performed in front of hundreds of people for big corporate gigs. I've appeared on different TV shows. But this is something really different for me, to be able to concentrate on something I love, which is a big hobby, which is my cooking. I find cooking really relaxing, and I think there's nothing better than cooking a meal and to watch people eat it and really enjoy it. I love it when I have friends over and I've cooked a nice meal like this and they're like, oh, this is delicious, I want the recipe. Or, oh, will you come on FaceTime with me and show me how to cook it? There's nothing more rewarding than that. And I love seeing people eat my food and enjoying it. And I think that's what cooking's all about. To have pleasure. I love food. I mean, I love good food, tasty food. I like food with flavour and a lot of spice. I am somebody who loves spice. My whole family love eating chilies, raw chilies with their food. So, yeah, we definitely can take as much heat as possible. But yeah, some of my impressions, I always love to do certain people like Stacey Solomon. Can you imagine her cooking this? Oh my God, Joe loves a bit of chicken. All my boys love it. Oh my God, except for the baby, of course. I won't give him chicken. He's still on the breast. Mind you, so is Joe. I know Vanessa Feltz is a good cook as well. I just love cooking. I love everything that goes into it. I love flavour. I love food. That's the main thing. Food is what keeps me going, what keeps us all going. You've got to eat plenty. You've got to look healthy, and that's all that's That's all that's important. So that's cooking really, really nicely. So this dish is called red rice. It's one of another family favourites. It's actually an Egyptian dish, but my aunt, my mum have always cooked red rice and it's absolutely delicious. So if you put your hob on and you put about 2 tablespoons of oil, whatever oil you want to use, I tend to use olive oil. My oil is in the pan and I'm now going to spread it out a bit so it's nicely heated up. Once that's heated up, I'm going to put in my onions, then I'm going to put in my garlic, and then I'm going to put my peppers and all my spices in. Okay, so I think the oil's nice and heated up. I'm going to add in my onions, just throw them in there. There you go. Give that a good little swish around. All these dishes, all these family dishes, I do think are really, really healthy because of what's in them. You know, most of them have ginger in, garlic in. This rice actually has 3 cloves of garlic too. So if you're going out for a night, don't eat it because you will stink. But it's really, really healthy. So that's the main thing. So now I'm going to put in my garlic. Add in the garlic there. I use a crusher. Some people like to slice it up. Or if you've got a chopper, you can just stick your onions and garlic in the chopper together. I use my chopper sometimes, but I like my onions to be a little bit bigger, so I find them sometimes they can be mushy in the chopper. Right, then I'm going to add in my peppers. I've cut up red and yellow because I think it's always nice to have a bit of colour in your dishes, even though it's red rice. Adding yellow in too. Now I'm going to add in my cumin and ground coriander. So I'm going to start with 2 teaspoons of ground coriander. Just put that around. I always really like, when I'm cooking a dish and frying it up, I like to add in spice by spice and then mix it. Obviously when I'm marinating, I just stuck it all in. But this way you're getting all the flavour in all the onions and garlic. Now I'm going to put my cumin. Just put that in, 2 teaspoons. Okay, and again, give it a really good mix. So now it's time to add the salt, my sea salt. I have to say we do eat a lot of rice, so I make a multitude of different rices. I make pilau rice, I make biryani rice, but I have to say red rice has got to be my favourite. Right, so now that's all stirred in, I'm going to put in my tomato puree, because that's what's going to make the dish red. So, okay, so that's all done. Now I am going to add in a little bit of water, because you do find that all the spices do stick a little bit together. It's time now to put in your rice. So I've got my rice here. I use about 2 cups of rice, or a pint glass. Depends how many people you're cooking for, obviously. I do always make too much. So I've washed my rice thoroughly. It's really important to wash it and get all of the dirt out. So it's all washed, and so now I'm going to add in my rice. Yeah, definitely looks like I've made a lot here. But do you know what? It's the sort of meal you can have over a couple of days. So this red rice goes with anything. You can even eat it on its own, it's that tasty. And next up, you just add enough water to cover your rice, maybe just a little bit extra, and all of a sudden you will see that the water will evaporate from the pan. Always use a fork just to kind of fluff it up, make sure it's lovely and fluffy. And now I'm going to serve it into another dish. That looks absolutely gorgeous. And here it is, my Middle Eastern chicken plaf, all ready to serve up. I'm going to taste it in a minute. I'm going to serve it into a bowl with some salad. Perfect. And as I said, it is quite simple. It's healthy, it's tasty, and it's economical. That's perfect. Really taste the peppers in there and all the lovely spices that I've got. And my chicken. That is delicious. I can really taste all those lovely spices coming through, and it goes so well with a nice bit of salad.